All right, hello everybody. I want to take a minute and talk to you a little bit about slideshows, okay? So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go over a slideshow that has actually been available to you since the beginning of the semester under files on Canvas called the worst slideshow ever, all right? So let's go find it really quick. We'll go to the classroom, we'll go to files, we'll go to class files, and then we will go to worst slideshow ever. All right, so I'm going to actually download this. Save. Let's save you to downloads. There we go. And we'll go here. Okay. All right, quite possibly the worst PowerPoint presentation ever. All right, so let's see if I can go ahead and start from the beginning. So here's where we're at. Quite possibly the worst PowerPoint presentation ever. This is a sample of what not to do, okay? So I want you to watch this slideshow, and I'm going to tell you, I want you to think about what you see that's wrong with this, okay? So get ready, and let's see what we see. All right. I look at this, and immediately I get incredibly overwhelmed because of the amount of text that this person put on this slideshow. Okay. One of the worst things that you can possibly do in a situation like this is just copy and paste your outline into your slideshow. Okay. What I like to do is put either what I refer to as the 3x3 or the 6x6 rule, which is 3 to 6 words across, 3 to 6 bullets down, and then once again, obviously make sure it is big enough for the person to read from a distance, okay? All right, next. Oh man, these colors are blinding, all right? So, yeah. Contrasting colors, all right? Make sure that you choose colors that appear well on the projector, all right? A good rule of thumb is a light background with dark text, and the reason why I say that is if you've ever been in some of the classrooms that have the older projectors, you'll notice that some of the projectors, their bulbs are going bad, and they look very faded, so dark text on a light background is still going to show up. Oh boy. All right. So here's a personal pet peeve of mine, and this is something that is very frustrating. I love GIFs just as much as the next person, and it is GIF, not GIF, all right? Graphical interface format, not graphical, all right? So the set of eyeballs on the right is, being roasted. The set of eyeballs on the left is concerned that it is next to be roasted, and then obviously they are trying to attract more eyeballs by offering them a great deal on a new suit, okay? Keep it simple. There is beauty in simplicity, okay? I get it. We all want to be an artist. We all want to be creative and whatnot, but this is not the situation to do that, okay? So keep in mind, too, that whenever you put pictures in a slideshow, you need to put where the picture came from. Google Images is not where the picture came from. Google Images is a search engine, all right? So you need to find out what the author's name is or the institution that takes credit for it. So photo by blah, all right? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Check that out. It's not over yet. All right. Forgive me, but you are not impressing anybody with your awesome PowerPoint skills, all right? Your amazing animations. The fact that I had to click the button each time in order to just get these to show up, in my opinion, is too much. Unless I am intentionally trying to hide something, you have it all show up at once, okay? My favorite, file not found, all right? We live in a day and age where you have access to countless free cloud services where you can back everything up a million times over, and People still put them on flash drives or, local storage or something like that where, it can become corrupted, it can get destroyed, it can be stolen. Nothing is greater than, putting it on a flash drive somewhere and somebody comes along and goes, whoop, mine, So don't do that. All right. Murphy's Law, anything that can happen will happen. All right. Be prepared for anything and don't ever assume that you're the exception to the rule. You're the rule. Okay. Talk to the audience, not to the slideshow. Don't read off your PowerPoint presentation. Okay. You wrote the PowerPoint. Hopefully you know what's on it. All right. Always leave time for Q&As in that situation. Don't apologize during your presentation. That's one of the things that always kind of frustrates me, is that 99% of the time, we wouldn't know you're making a mistake if you didn't point out you were making a mistake. Okay? And it's kind of this weird paradigm that occurs. It's like, if I'm a guitarist and I'm playing a million notes a minute, and I miss a note, do you really think anybody's going to notice? Really? So, yeah. Check your grammar if you're in college. If you have issues with spelling, I love that in this PowerPoint, have somebody proofread it. And, there's a million different, review, alphabet, spell checkers online and whatnot. Man, I can't talk today. Sorry about that. This is one that is kind of a open to interpretation. All right. So people will ask me, how many slides should I have on my presentation or in my PowerPoint or whatever, Prezi or Google Slides or whatever it might be. So my general rule of thumb is, you're going to have an intro, or a cover slide. You're going to have an intro. You're going to preview your main points. You're going to have your three main points, and then you're going to have a conclusion and then a citation. So for me personally, I would probably say, 6 to 7 slides minimum. Okay. I have had students turn in slideshows and give performances with 6 to 7 slides. I have had students give presentations with 60 to 70 slides. And I'm talking on a 4 to 6 minute presentation. They were very quick and they were very efficient. I've seen good performances with little slides. I've seen bad performances with little slides. I've seen good performances with a ton of slides, and I've seen bad performances with a ton of slides. It has nothing to do with the number of slides, in my opinion. It has to do with how much you actually practice. And what I notice most of the time is people will actually create their PowerPoint or their slideshow 30 minutes before the presentations do. And guess what? They never practiced with it. So guess what? They're not going to be good with it. Okay? So you've taken an equation that works, and then you've added a new variable to that equation and expected it to work the same. It doesn't. Okay? So I've shown you what not to do, and I really briefly just want to kind of cover some things to do. Okay? So let's say I'm doing a speech on drums. Oh, yeah. So I'm a drummer and a guitar player and a singer and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, Spiro, awesome. I'm going to go create what am I doing? There we go. I'm making a new slide. Okay. And we'll do today's talk. ... It's going to be on history and modern day. And then how to. ... Here we'll add a little bit of consistency to it. There we go. How to. So then we'll do history, right? And we'll talk about maybe Mayans. And then we'll talk about African. And then we'll talk about European. And then we'll talk about, American. All right. So we got all these different things going on. All right. And then I'll go over to design. Right. I'll just click a button and voila, there it is. Magic. Looks all pretty now, right? Except I might want to blow up that font size a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. So there we go. Got that. That's looking good. I can do the same thing over here. Control A. Blow it up a little bit. Perfect. All right. then hey, how about I go over to here to Google, and I'll go to Modern Drummer Magazine, right? Go to Modern Drummer Magazine. Let's see what news we got going on here. Here, we got Tommy Lee. We'll take this, all right? So we'll open the image in a new tab, and we'll save the image, and we'll put it under downloads, put it under new folder, save, right? Go back over here, go to insert, pictures, this device, downloads, new folder, Tommy Lee, right? Do that. We're going to make it look really cool, add a little effect to it. All right. And then we'll go to insert and we'll go to text box, right? And we'll do photo by Modern Drummer Magazine. Right. And we'll stretch it out and we'll center it and then we'll grab a hold of it and put it right under. So let's go. There we go. Here we go. So the point of this is, I'm not going to go any further. The point is, this should take you 30, 40 minutes to make. It's not anything crazy, shouldn't be anything hardcore. If you're spending more than that, then you're doing something wrong, okay? And the point that I want to make now is this isn't particularly difficult. It's more of just, being a little bit creative, but understanding, I'm not trying to win an art competition or anything like that. And make it look clean, make it easy and simple to read, make it easy on the eyes, and you should be, successful no matter how simple or complex you go with it, all right? I've given you the minimums on how many slides I would have personally. So keep all of that in mind, and if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll talk to you later.